this again. I don't know if this is actually better or not. Comment down below if this is you guys prefer something like this.
Roger, first name of the card on the vagrant in charge of the chain of command. I got gold in my name of the age that I start with a blade in my back going straight for the heart. Answer the rhyme when I make the depart. Man on my sides and an ace of the cards. Planet aligned but I aim for the stars.
Ace of the cards because the sun is ace. I very much there's no way that they know anything about the most recent chapter of One Piece where we got a whole lot of Roger. Yeah. I won't go into spoilers there, but yeah, we got a whole lot more of Roger and kind of his, well, I won't say a whole lot more, but there were some theories that were confirmed about him. So that was cool.
Roger, first name of the card on the vagrant in charge of the chain of command. I got gold in my name of the age that I start with a blade in my back.
Got gold in my name because it's actually Gold D Roger, but they call him Gold Roger because they don't want to let people know that he's a clan of D, that type of stuff. Yeah.
Vagrant in charge of the chain of command. I got gold in my name of the age that I start with a blade in my back going straight for the heart. Answer the rhyme
blade in the back, I guess.
Man, my sides and an ace of the cards. Planet aligned, but I aim for the stars. Only God Valley, because they pray for the chance. Okay. Bigger picture, leave a timber shipping when I roll as a back. Twist the figure like a fidget spinner. I got rhythm quicker in a hospital bed. Trigger fingers and it's off with a head. Ship is killer like it's Tom on the deck. Will it bigger though I'm ill, I'm sicker because the story I make.
Ship is bigger because it's Tom in it with this deck because Tom the shipwright builds Roger's ship, the Oral Jackson. So that's a little bit of a knowledge bomb there. Yeah, I'm gonna be pausing and replaying a lot of this because I freaking love One Piece and I love spewing as much information as possible. And I might start doing One Piece chapter reviews again. Those weren't very popular, but you know, most of my videos aren't popular, so okay, move on. And yeah, so I really enjoy just kind of piecing together One Piece.
Planet aligned, but I aim for the stars. Only God Valley, because they pray for the chance. Got vigor, see the bigger picture, leave a timber shipping when I roll this back. Twist the figure like a fidget spinner.
Wait, what was that? He had as a backline. Man, there's so much going on with this verse, and you know that Rustage is up to date because I think well, I'm seeing October 13th, 2023. When was the God Valley chapter was 2 weeks ago. There was no break. There's no way he knew about the fight that he has with Zabak. Well, it's not really a fight yet. Well, okay. We know that Garp and Roger had teamed up to take down Zabak. That was confirmed back by Wano. But we don't actually see Zabak, but we hear of him when the Rocks crew first descends on God Valley, and good God Valley. Yeah, it's a Mugiwara no goof reference there. I freaking love that channel. And so I'm just kind of curious because it almost seems like Rustage knew what the last chapter, not this current one, but at least the last one did. Oh, I'm thinking Dragon. Shoot. Earlier when I was talking about a whole bunch was revealed about Roger, that's wrong. Scratch that. I'm thinking Dragon. There was a whole lot that was revealed about Dragon and not Roger. I'm being dumb.
But I aim for the stars, only God Valley, because they pray for the chance.
God Valley because they pray for the chance. That's just a hard bar.
Quicker in a hospital bed. Trigger fingers and it's off with a head. Ship is killer like it's Tom on the deck. Will it bigger though I'm ill, I'm sicker because the story I'm making ain't stopping in death. Here's a face, destroy the small print. Hear my name on the voice of all things.
Okay, hear my name, the voice of all things, because it's rumored that Roger, like Luffy, actually it's not even rumored, it kind of shows that Roger was able to hear the Sea Kings talk, and it was interesting because he didn't really know if they were Sea Kings at all. I think that's what it's hinted at. It was like he heard them talk, but he didn't understand what the voices were coming from. So it's really interesting. But yeah, he has the voices. He can hear the voice of all things, like Luffy. How Luffy can listen to Zunisha, and how only he and little squirt. I'm blinking on the little dude's name that I always thought was annoying. Anyways, he'll probably show up later here. Momonosuke. Uh, how they can talk to Zunisha, and they're the only one to be able to talk to him. So I think that was pretty cool. Although I don't know, I don't think was Luffy able to actually talk to Zunisha, or was he just able to hear him? I think he was only able to hear him. I think only Momonosuke was able to talk to Zunisha. Might be wrong about that. Let me know in the comment section down below.
Ship is killer like it's Tom on the deck. Will it bigger though I'm ill, I'm sick cause the story I'm making is stopping in death. Here's O'Vay's gonna destroy the small print. Hear my name on the voice of all things. Clear as day with the spoils of war bring. Roger, that's the boy they call king. Father talking, even morning. Scrub a man, I gonna sing their ass. When I'm walking, need a trigger warning. They be stepping up, then a man gone laugh. Here at some Marines got the fish.
I love that. I love that. You know, Roger ends with a laugh. I heard that was one of the biggest criticism about the One Piece live action is that they actually showed him being killed and he just kind of stops laughing, and it kind of ruins the whole image that he had about Roger just loving to laugh, being carefree, which is always kind of fascinating to me.
When I'm walking, need a trigger warning. They be stepping up, then a man gone laugh. Here at some Marines got the fist. You fit no villain on the scene.
Garp the fist.
Fundamental every scene. Fuck a fruit. I kill a devil, let him bleed. Don't need
fuck a fruit, kill it, because Garp doesn't have a devil fruit. Garp is so freaking amazing. I wonder if he's gonna talk about the way how Garp trained Aokiji by punching battleships. That's how they trained. They made giant dents in battleships, and soon that's how Kobe started to train as well, and there was a lot of symbolism there. Garp is such a fascinating character because I never could feel anything about him. It was just one of those where it's like I never know what to feel with him because he's so interesting to me.
Villain on the seas, never feel a fundamental every scene. Fuck a fruit, I kill a devil, let him bleed. Don't need a scrap, put him down in the ocean. Voice so loud it could drown the commotion. Stuck to my vice. Know that the system is fucked, turn down the promotion.
Know the system is fucked, turn down the promotion. I love that. Garp refuses to be an admiral. He is a vice admiral. He will stick being a vice admiral. I do believe he becomes an admiral, or like a marine instructor. I think that's what happens. But they were like, "Hey, dude, you should try and become a fleet admiral." And he's like, that I don't want to be stuck behind a desk like freaking Sakazuki right now. I want to be free to do whatever I want in order to bring justice to the world. And he takes a look at the Marines, and there's a really cool theory that he's tried with all of his children to try and clean out the Marines, clean out the corruption from the inside out. And he couldn't really do it, especially with Luffy, who said, screw that, I don't even want any part of the Marines. And so he finally has Colby and Helmeppo, and he sees the justice in them and the righteousness in them. He's like, these are going to be the kids that I will adopt. It's kind of like the surrogate sons almost, and be like, I will adopt them and have them help me clean out the Marines. That ding there, if you heard that, that was just my video for my reaction to Divide Music that finished being rendered. All right, so yeah, that was the Garp is such an interesting character. I love his philosophy, even though sometimes I think he's just a terrible person because of like how he tried to force his ideology onto his kids. You kind of have to do it with people who already are part of your ideology. And I think that's one of the big themes in One Piece, actually. There's the whole found family aspect where you find a family that believes in the same causes that you do, and you can't force it on your own biological family because your own kids and your own family may not believe exactly what you want to believe. And it's kind of being like, okay, that's okay if they don't believe what you want to believe. Which really does make me wonder how the Rocks Pirates came to be, because they seem to be like a whole big mismatched bunch. What was the one thread that brought them all together? Was it just Zebek, like Luffy is with the Straw Hats? I don't know.
Fundamental every scene, fuck a fruit. I'll kill the devil, let him bleed. Don't need a scrap, put him down in the ocean. Voice so loud, it could drown the commotion. Stuck to my vice, know that the system is fucked, turn down the promotion. Many men want the spin back clock as John turn him to a gymnast. Single hit, I bet they found their ships and charisma fist. They're bracing for the impact.
Nice.
Just
Galaxy Divide. I think that's in reference, and they just kind of showed it, how he in order to save Colby, he just kind of took out Hachinosu single-handedly a little bit. Like, he was literally blowing up the entire island with his fists. That's how strong he is. This dude is insane. Now, where we're at in the manga, Hachinosu's not looking good for Garp. We may be seeing the end to the hero. We don't know. Because it kind of just, he just kind of gets left on a cliffhanger. Which is cool. I'm really excited, and I think that Oda's trying to prep us for like a generational shift. He's been really doing it with like the next generation, the worst generation. He's just being like, these kids, they're up and coming, they're becoming the new leaders. You just got to deal with it. So that's where I think that this is going. And in order for someone to rise up, like Kobe to rise up, you need to get rid of Garp, because Garp is the pinnacle where Kobe's trying to reach. And so Kobe needs to be able to get to Garp's level. And the only way to do that is to remove Garp. I think that's what they're going for.
I bet they found their ships and charisma fist. They're bracing for the impact. Just one swipe and I'm sundering settlements. Better surrender or render for sediment. Cause it's collateral, government settle it. Send him the bill. I'm really grasping
Send the government a bill.
I was legendary in my 20s. Me and me a play full of meat. Got a feast for the fight. I ain't running on empty. Sengoku losing his zen. Kobe blowing up globe on 10.
Sengoku losing his zen because Sengoku has the Buddha fruit. I think that's a nice little fun line.
For the fight, I ain't running on empty. Sengoku
I ain't running on empty. I love that.
Blowing up globe on 10. Turn a quick fight to a global event. I really don't know my own.
I'm signing your favorite.
Turning a quick fight into a global event. I wonder if he's really referring to God Valley incident there. I really do wonder, because that did either that or the Hachinosu deal with him, or both, honestly, because freak it, anytime he fights, it's pretty much a global event. I just love how in God Valley, he was just chilling out on vacation. He gets a call being like, Zebek is going to God Valley, and he's like, okay, whatever. And he's like, well, the Celestials are there, and he's like, okay, whatever. And then he goes, Roger's going to be there, and Garp's like, I'm on my way. That's such a fun moment. I love that with Oda, where he just throws in like little bits of humor throughout the chapters. He still has like the comedy as the core part of One Piece, which is so important. I think that's part of the reason why Chainsaw Man's falling off for me, is that it's losing its comedy. And I'll have more thoughts on that with my Chainsaw Man video analysis video coming out hopefully soon.
Joker made a joker smoker when I poke a toker, put his face in the pavement.
Okay, Dragon.
Locomotives, I'm a locomotive, training ace a replacement. Sounded the greatest marine, but I knew that the government they wouldn't see. When I see the world, I see it freighted the sea.
No way did he. No way did. Ham Sandwich is caught up. Dragon was the one that was part of the Marines. I was thinking it was Roger. It was Dragon. Dragon was a Marine. I think this is still, I'm seeing October 13th, and so that was probably like 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. So I think that was more of a theory at this point, and that got confirmed.
Globe on 10. Turn a quick fight to a global event. I really don't know my own.
I'm signing your favorite. Smoke a joker, made a joker smoker when I poke a
joker, smoking joker. Yeah.
You got locomotives, I'm a locomotive, training ace a replacement. Sounded the greatest marine, but I knew that the government they wouldn't see. When I see the world, I see it freighted the scene. Everyone divided with no way to succeed.
Okay.
Damn, with the greatest of beats, they can fix it, but fuck it. Dragging me, dragging, got me fighting puppets, and I ain't gonna stop till I'm kicking the bucket. Tell the door say I'm dropping buckets, I feel like I play for the Nuggets. Slicker than butter, but I never tuck it. Get socked in the face and bucket.
No, the Nuggets were the NBA basketball champions last year. So if you're confused about that line, that's a basketball bar. And that's about as much as I know, because I don't know hardly anything about basketball, but I work in the news industry, and so I have to know these things. Yeah. Otherwise, I bet it's super hard to rap about Dragon because there's so little about him. Especially at this point. Like I said, we got a whole lot more about Dragon within the last chapter about how he formed the Revolutionary Army and all that, so I very much doubt that's here. But I do wonder if he's going to mention Ivankov and Kuma, because they were kind of considered his right and left-hand men.
You got me fighting puppets and I ain't gonna stop till I'm kicking the bucket. Tell the gore say I'm dropping buckets, I feel like I play for the Nuggets. Wait, okay. Slicker than butter, but I never tuck it. Get socked in the face and puck it. Wait, okay. Cops to the gate, I'm dusted. Wait, ops to the place, I flush, cause the people at the top overweight. When I know people who can knock in a place over them, I'm clutching. Wait,
the people at the top are overweight. Okay, I like that. I like Ham Sandwich has always been really good with his wordplay. I'd say he's always fantastic. Even taking a character that's not very well known, he's able to really just kind of play around and make something more of it, which is super cool. I like what Ham is doing here.
Slicker than butter, but I never tuck it. Get socked in the face and puck it. Wait, cops to the gate, I'm dusted. Wait, ops to the place, I flush, cause the people at the top overweight. When I know people who can knock in a place over them, I'm clutching. Wait, might invade your function. Me, my army, cause destruction. Wait, you, your gang corrupted. Deconstruction needs reduction. Wait.
Okay, I like that. Alright, so this is Jeesh doing podcast D Ace, who is Ace. We all know who Ace is.
Construction needs reduction.
Yeah. I'm not the winner, I if he trying me. I'm from the sticks, I will get grimy. I put a fist out here and get firing. Them boys couldn't be up in my climate, I better they step outside and get dying. Boy from the junk, they hit him on sliding. Bought me a heavyweight chain off a body. Boy, I was built for this shit when my dad and my mama was building this shit. Say that I'm broken, I'm still.
I like that. He was talking about, I think, how he doesn't look. Well, let me quickly make sure that I'm saying what I'm thinking I'm saying.
Heavyweight chain off a body. Boy, I was built for this shit when my dad and my mama was building this shit. Say that I'm.
Okay, I was built for this, like my mama and dad was building this.
And my mama was building this shit.
This, don't know. I think this jit. Is that what he's saying?
Was building this shit.
Jit. Okay, I'm missing some lingo. I don't know what jit means. Maybe building this person or, you know, whatnot. I don't know what that means. But or is that just like idiot? But that doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, basically, Ace hated the fact that he was a dragon. A monkey D dragon. Not dragon. Roger, he's Roger's son. Why am I getting why am I getting Roger and Dragon mixed up in my head? That it's only just because I literally just read a chapter on Dragon. Yeah, he is Roger's son, but he refused to go by Goldie Roger. He went by his mother's name, Portgas, because he didn't want to be associated by Roger whatsoever. And that's part of the reason why he became part of Whitebeard's crew, was because he saw more of a father figure in Whitebeard than in Goldie Roger, because Roger dipped out like most dads in One Piece. I'm looking at you, Yasa.
Boy, I was built for this shit when my dad and my mama was building this shit. Say that I'm broken, I'm still getting rich. Phone down around me, I put them on top of the building because I live and exist. And I say hard on my tail, I could be made of fine. They as chill as it gets. Twerk could have found me in all of this water, and I ain't even trying to swim in this bitch. Bet they was on call. I took 10 out just off talk. I go crazy, don't get dropped. But if your day one, let's not. 50-year role model.
Okay.
I'm in they socks. Off fire, top, you the one they copy. The best out there alive, I'm gone. Black beard, black fist, black coat.
Not gonna lie, I just wasn't feeling the punch for this. The punch, literally right there. Wasn't feeling this one. And that just might be me not picking up some of the lingo there, because there was definitely a lot of lingo that just went right over my head there. Fire on top. I mean, they're showing Dead or Alive because Ace was to be executed, and that's how that all happened. Yeah, he's now a donut.
Black beard, black fist, black coat, black bezels on the wrist. Black force energy is what I kick. Black heart, straight menace when I flip. Dark Q, Death God, Purgat, Shiryu, straight devils in my clique. Impel, straight felons when I'm with. Raise.
Nice, Impel. Yeah, because he got especially I think it was Shiryu, the swords guy. He got from Impel Down. He was like a guard in Impel Down, and he was so savage that they imprisoned him. Think about it: the worst prison in the world, and you're too evil to be a guard in the prison. They have to lock you up because of how evil you are. That just blows my mind. This guy's cool, and of course it's 95 Mari who does it. Super awesome.
Fuck you, Death God, Burgat, Shiryu, straight devils in my clique. Impel, straight felons what I'm with. Raise hell, straight metal without rip.
Okay.
On the hunt for the fruits of your labor, we taking your fruit, then leave you in a crater.
Ooh, we're taking your fruit, then leaving you in the crater. Kind of like what he did with Whitebeard, where he kind of took Whitebeard's fruit somehow and left Whitebeard for dead. Yeah. There's that. There was a couple others, like Absalon. They killed off Absalon somehow, because one of his other crew members. He's literally giving out devil fruits left, right, and center. He's actually fascinating because he's on the search for the strongest devil fruits. It's almost like none of his team really knows hockey, as far as I know. Like, they might know the basics of hockey, like armament, observation, whatnot, but they're not specialists at all. They want the strongest devil fruits to be the strongest team, which is very fascinating. I really like that.
Is free, so my crew kill him later. I can't even sleep, I'm up too much for pain. That current drops.
Okay, I can't even sleep on too much for paper. That's actually really interesting because there's a theory going around that Blackbeard never sleeps. That's like mentioned way back. I think it was mentioned when Whitebeard met Roger that one time and they exchanged Odin. Because I think they mentioned it was like, there's that Blackbeard kid. Yeah, I hear he never sleeps. And there's even like a theory that there's 3 people in one with Blackbeard, and they kind of rotate around, and each one of them has a devil fruit. Very odd, but I kind of like it as well. And it's kind of like I think they call it like, it's possible he might even have like the Cerberus fruits, which is interesting. That's a wild theory. There's nothing about it confirmed, but it's one of my favorite theories.
For him, if I want a spot, I'm a murk him for it. Got double the fruits and double the swag. I probably need another person for it. Dying star in my fist, black hole shit, supernova power the sun. Darkness in my heart, darkness in my hand. When I'm probably drowning the sun. Kill for crime, we ain't body for fun.
Dropping the sun. I think that's a reference to Luffy there, because he's kind of they've really built him up to be Luffy's arch nemesis. And he's going to be the one to maybe take down Luffy. And Luffy's the sun god. He's got this Nika Nika fruit, which is the sun god Nika. So that's really cool as well.
Darkness in my heart, darkness in my hand. When I'm probably drowning the sun. Kill for crime, we ain't body for fun. Fuck who doubted me, I'm about to be up. Like Bane, I'm making dark energy move. My dreams never die, my enemies do. Medicine man, got no purpose. Kill for affliction, surely it's fiction.
Yeah, that's really solid. I liked that verse a lot. Now we got Trafalgar D. Law, and we got one of my favorite rappers of all time, Connor Quest. I bet he's gonna have some crazy wordplay, because Connor always has some crazy wordplay.
My dreams never die, my enemies do.
My dreams never die, my enemies do. I'm glad that I picked up, because I didn't quite pick up that last line there. Going quickly back to Blackbeard, that was a huge thing in Jaya, where we first get introduced to Blackbeard, and he and Luffy are at it, and they're kind of polar opposites. One likes ale, the other one likes ale but doesn't like pie, and the other one loves pie but doesn't like the ale. That type of things. But at the end of the day, they both believed in the same thing, which is so nuts. They both believed in getting their dreams. In fact, Blackbeard stood up for Luffy to be like, yo, dude, you want to go to that Sky Island? Go for it. Believe in your dreams. Until he was like, oh shit, that's Luffy. And then he was like, oh, I gotta go after him. Yeah, Blackbeard, he's so fun. He's such a fun character, and every time he's on the page, he just sucks my attention. He's such a cool character. Anyways, that's enough about Blackbeard. let's get into Law.
Fuck who doubted me, I'm about to be up. Like pain, I'm making dark energy move. My dreams never die, my enemies do.
Medicine man, got a no purpose, cure for affliction. Surely it's fiction, purging the system, evicting the judge and the scourge from existence. Hit past the surgery, curtain, terminal, sick worse, and a quick permanent fix. No medicinal emergency, kiss nurses, a mixed herbalist trick. Transferable skills that I learned in the biz. I'm virtually another myth.
Transferable skills I learned from the biz. Because he's got the ability to swap things. He can swap people's hearts. The personalities, apparently, that's never ever explored again, which it's kind of sad, honestly. I really wish that they went back and, because that seemed kind of overpowered when he was able to swap personalities with people. Yeah, I'm trying to follow along with Connor's wordplay. He's so smooth when he delivers things that I just kind of want to sit there and just listen to. Like, I'm not even, like, absorbing what he's saying. I just like hearing how he says things because he's so good at alliteration and pronunciation. It just audibly sounds amazing.
Enemies do.
Medicine man, got a no purpose, cure for affliction. Surely it's fiction, purging the system.
Got an all-purpose cure for affliction. I hope it sounds like it's fiction. Yeah, because he's got the Obi, you know me. He can actually make someone immortal. He's got the only power to be able to make somebody immortal. And there's a theory that possibly the Gorosei are immortal, or Emu, and that's how we know that the devil makes them immortal, is because of that. But yeah, that's how he's kind of considered one of the most overpowered fruits, is because they don't die.
Never die,
Really
my enemies do.
Medicine man, got a no purpose, cure for affliction. Surely it's fiction.
And he's also a doctor.
And the judge and the scourge from existence. Hit past the surgery, curtain, terminal, sick worse, and a quick permanent fix. No medicinal emergency, kiss nurses, a mixed herbalist trick. Transferable skills that I learned in the biz. I'm virtually another myth. Got your nerves in a twist like a nervous tick. Death from below submerged.
I'm virtually an urban myth, something about a nervous tick. That's interesting. Let me hear that again.
I learned in the biz. I'm virtually another myth. Got your nerves in a twist like a nervous tick.
Got your nerves in a twist like a nervous tick. Interesting. I'm not sure if that's referencing anything, but I really like that wordplay a lot.
Transferable skills that I learned in the biz. I'm virtually another myth. Got your nerves in a twist like a nervous tick. Death from below submersible ship. I'll serve as a whip.
Death from below submersive ship, because his ship is a submarine that unfortunately kind of gets destroyed post Wano. Yeah, he kind of takes Law and Kid take big fat L's. Giant L's. It's kind of gross.
Like another myth, got your nerves in a twist like a nervous tick. Death from below submersible ship. I'll serve as a whip convertible. Snip to the big bricks. Whole person is shifted. Turn the bits internally. Switch. They swear that it's burning a pinprick. Only hurts if you squirm. That's a fifth shit. Force for the year, be an organ donor. So many stole, don't know where to keep them all. Two on could be a headache, so I got a bear that'll chew any paracetamol. Foul tactics, malpractice. Ops get done in the backstreet antics. Shock like anaphylactic, collateral damage, so batten them hatches.
Everybody knows I'm a
Okay. Yeah, overall, that's really cool. Oh, we're getting Nevatari D. Vivi. I like this. I completely forgot that she was part of the Will of D clan. That was recently revealed. Yeah, that was revealed probably maybe 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah, which obviously falls in line with the timeline of the song. She had been way revealed by this point, but I just kind of forgot about that. Yeah, that's cool.
Street antics, shock like anaphylactic, collateral damage, so batten them hatches.
Everybody knows I'm a bad bitch, never miss. When it back with the string slashes, still fit. Vertical, how leaving captive. Yeah, you can smoke with a rise in the ashes. They think that what you like is so lavish. I should come up when I take from my status. No, I don't cry at the damage. Always keep my head held high, got the practice. Deafened by the disarray.
Always got the head held high, got the practice, because, you know, she's a princess, and princesses often have to keep their head held high because royalty. That's kind of a thing that royalty goes. Yeah, I want to hear. I was just kind of like amazed with how her flow, that I was not listening to a single word she was saying. I was just like, oh, she sounds amazing.
And them hatches.
Everybody knows I'm a bad bitch, never miss. When it back with the string slashes, still fit. Vertical, how leaving captive. Yeah, you can smoke with a rise in the ashes. They think that
Get smoking and rise from the ashes. That's kind of like part of her push to stop the rebellion. She was, you know, trying to stop the Baroque works and all that. Okay, I see.
back with the string slashes. Celibate, but I go hell, even counted. Yeah, even the smoke, but I rise from the ashes. They think that royalty life is so lavish. I shut them up when I fret for my status. No, I don't cry at the damage. Always keep my head held high at the practice. Deafened by the disarray. Seconds wasted to the hate. Weapons selling in the rain. Mark of our friendship raised up in the waves.
I love that Mark of the Friendship's raised up over the waves because what the whole X thing is so cool and I like that. So you know they encountered shoot, the Akama dude. Wow, there's so many names and I'm blanking on him. But basically he has the ability to change his appearance by like his hand. And so they decided, hey, what we're going to do is we're going to put an X on our wrist and then we're going to wrap it in a bandage hiding the X. And that way it's double layers. We all know who we are because everybody's wearing the bandage. And if for some reason the bandage is gone and we don't see the X, then we know that the chopper that we're looking at, it's a fake. And it's such a cool strategy. And it also made it a symbol of their friendship. And the fact that Vivi will always be kind of a part of the crew, even though she decided to stay behind and rule her kingdom, which is super cool. And kind of fitting because every member of the Straw Hats has like a dream to like, part of it's like to be and sail out to see the world. Vivi didn't really have a dream. She was a fantastic character, but she didn't have a worldwide dream. And I think leading her kingdom is the best place for her because now she's able to help not only her kingdom, but the world from her position, which is super cool. I wonder if they're going to mention her and Big News Morgan here. Mr. 5, look at you, I'm Jimin. Man, I'm missing... Okay, yeah, I am blanking on his name so much, and I feel bad because he's such a oh, I almost had it. Well, yeah, he's such a good character. Bone Clay. Sorry, it was gonna drive me nuts. I kept going. It's not Bartholomew. It's not Bartholomew. It's not Bone Clay. Okay, I'm happy now. I'm sorry. My veins filled with venom. Mr. 5 like a jewel, I'm Jimin. Roll the dice on the house, I'm betting. Hook and right, Lamarck's more on 7. Yeah, give you guys sense, but I ain't gonna sympathize. Nah, rather keep the people with the cat dragged in. You were really thinking a bigger fish to fry. You don't pay just for knives. Already with fish your prize. Watch as your queen, she slid double fingers to the big old 5.
Okay. Most dangerous crew on the map is back in pursuit. Okay. Doing the route is true.
Is this the man be? Is this the man be his law?
That's a shoot and do bad. So who's that dude? A brunette and suit. The crew's captain fruits of that and prove the true threat to youth and old man. That's awful. Like, I mean, who can do that? Yes, that chap's an bastard man, fast as an master, my gas like gas to
why isn't it showing? Sorry, I think this is the he be his law or something like that. Oh, the man be his law. Yeah. The reason why I pointed that out is because I actually started listening to more of his stuff. He's really talented for an underrated nerdcore artist. He's really good. Good for him. I was just like so fascinating. Also, did they just show Tekken's character? Hold on a second. Watches your queen, she slid double fingers to the big old 5.
Okay. Hold up the flagons. Most dangerous crew on the map is back in pursuit. Having the task they couldn't do when the route is true. That's a shootman too bad. So who's that dude? A brunette and suit. The crew's...
That's freaking Tekken's character from the One Piece D&D. No wonder why they weren't showing. Oh, that's hilarious. He's showing. Oh, I haven't finished listening to it. I know it's been done for like over a year or so. But I'm at the part where they're taking on an Emperor of the Sea. So eventually I'll catch up to this. But I really want to hear the end of the One Piece podcast. I'm so happy that they're touching on this. I really am, because yeah, Tekken's character ended up being a Will of D, even though that's technically not canon. It's Rustage's made up D&D, but I love this so much. That's so cool.
Having the task they couldn't do when the route is true. That's a shootman too bad. So who's that dude? A brunette and suit. The crew's captain fruits of that and prove the true threat to youth and old man. That's awful. Like, I mean,
youth and old man. That's awful. Yeah. He ends up he ends up killing a lot of old men. It's kind of a running gag in the entire Verona. Well, both him and Verona ends up killing a lot of old men now that I think about it. I think it's often Duros that's like, hey, William, stop. Stop.
Do the brunette and suit the cruise captain fruits of roulette and prove the true threat to youth and old man. That's awful. Like, I mean, who can do that? Yes, that chap's and bastard man fast and after my gas like gas to grab with the map cast the cap half past the facts and battle back to back with them on the
jeez,
he's up to your citizens to get it cut through. So I'll tell you my truth. With self forward, the tail goes, but head to head best bet on the Devil's Luck Crew.
Devil's Luck Crew, that's the name of their. Yes. I love that. I love that. Because William is also a he's a gambler. He also has the fruit that allows him to pick, like, it's a roulette type of fruit, which is so fitting for his character. Like, I don't know if Rustage planned each character to have a devil fruit, or it was just pure accident that they all picked like the perfect fruits for their characters, with William being like a gambling one where each time he rolls a roulette, whatever number it lands on, it's a random devil fruit, which was so cool. I loved that so much. Also, this guy's flow is phenomenal. It's one of the reasons, like, I love listening to his song Pirate Legacy, super good. And there was another One Piece one that he did that was also really good. I think it was like the Gear 5 song. That one was amazing as well. I like listening to both of them.
It's awful. Like, I mean, who can do that? Yes, that chap's and bastard man fast and after my gas like gas to grab with the map cast the cap half past the facts and battle back to back with them on the path of the legend of Marana up to senior citizens to get it cut through. So I'll tell you my truth. With self forward, the tail goes, but head to head best bet on the Devil's Luck Crew.
Nice.
Made the gamble. Old men run when I raise the handle. And it's all
There we go. And run, but at least I hand. Oh, I love that line so much. It's so good. Like I said, old men die a lot to William. It becomes a running joke where they're like, they run into an old man and they have to hold William back. It's always by accident most of the time too.
The tail goes, but head to head best bet on the Devil's Luck Crew. Made the gamble. Old men run when I raise the handle. And it's all done, bro. Save the ramble. I'll blow out the flames in your birthday candle. So sorry, noble. We march on onward.
So sorry, Noble. We march on. Okay, Noble is the guy who runs Doros. I'm not going to try and speculate on this because I'm wondering if this is in part of, like, towards the end where I don't know. It's either that or he's referring to the fact when they took on evil Duros back on some random planet. That was a fun arc.
Start the globe bar and don't fall till we go loud to depart the boat because
Bar and don't go. Well, and we don't falter, we go loud, so don't depart the boat. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and think of that. Okay, we got Xiaodo being Luffy. And he starts off with "fuck the government" as he tells Usopp to shoot down the flag. Okay, sorry, Soka King, but it's Usopp. We all know that.
because you can't take charge of your heart.
First off, fuck the government, because we don't love the way that you're running it. Soga King, step on your flag and your covenants.
I like how he just says Soga King. Oh, that's so fun.
First off, fuck the government, because we don't love the way that you're running it. Soga King, step on your flag and your covenants. Covenant. To catch me, you're gonna need plan B, because the man don't know where the bubba went. Spirit of rebellion.
Nice.
Caribbean pirate king, man, if I tell them, hear this. What they chatting about give if they can't use a stick shift, let alone steer ships.
Nice.
Drive defiance, destiny. You already know I got big D energy. The non
Okay, you gotta have someone with a big D energy, and Luffy's the best one to have it because the dude's literally bouncing. The dude is so OP. He makes the ground turn into a trampoline. He is just pure energy. He like spends all of his energy at once, and then like deflates, becomes like super like old and withered and whatnot. It's like his body can't handle how much energy he exudes, especially in Gear 5, which I think is actually really cool and shows really well. Like, his powers, though ridiculous, isn't overpowered, and I love that so much. He's not an overpowered character, or like, it's just dumb. It's just ridiculous, and I love that so much. It's so fun. You know, he takes on the Kizaru, and he almost loses to him. Not almost loses. It becomes a draw. So maybe I was overthinking that, but that's a fun fight.
Stick shift, let alone steer ships. Drive defiance, destiny.
Can't
You
steer
already know I got
ships.
big G energy. The non-pieces real from my enemies. Me and the crew will turn dreams into memories.
Nice.
I'm the one, my Nika. What's the dragon of the sun?
Okay, you know, Nika, Sun God Nika, that type of stuff. I like it. I like it. I
I
like it.
Me and the crew will turn dreams into memories. I'm the one, my Nika. What's the dragon of the sun, my Nika? I bang liberation drums.
Because he's the son of Monkey D. Dragon, of
Into
course.
memories. I'm the one, my Nika. What's the dragon of the sun, my Nika? I bang liberation drums in the face. What you hear is going on.
I bang the drums of liberation because the thought of is that Zunisha hears Luffy's heart beating, because Luffy, like, he straight up died at one point and then he's revived himself, and he's Zunisha's like, I hear it, I hear Joy Boy, I hear the drums of liberation. And then Luffy goes and frees Wano, because Luffy, that's what Luffy does, he liberates people, which is so cool. And I love how no, I won't talk about that. I won't talk about that. I was going to talk about Kuma and his connection to Kuma, especially in this latest chapter. No, I won't talk about it. Kuma is fantastic. Kuma is so cool, and I'll probably make a separate video about how freaking awesome they're making Kuma right now.
I got the sun, my Nika. I bang liberation drums in the face. What you hear is going on. Medium, I got big dreams, never been medium. I'm on this year,
Medium. Okay.
Can't restrict me or pressure obedience. Simple down, udon, death can't hold me. Giving me the truth, my hat and the
Okay.
whole sea. Luffy, brother, now you know. But on the rhythm, I'm feeling like Shoudio.
Nice. Shit. That's a fun on his own name, because Xiaodo, Xiaodio. That's cool. That's fun. I like that. I like that. That's really good. I was curious if they're going to include Jaguar D. Sol, which I'm fine that they didn't, because, you know, you can't include everyone. I just think that would have been cool if they included Jaguar, because I love what he does during the O'Hara incident and being able to take care of Robin. I think that also would have been a really fun take. Granted, you know, you can't fit every single D. I'm sure there's plenty of other D clan members out there that weren't mentioned. So, though I love that they mentioned Tekken's characters. I love that so much. It's so cool. All right. Leave a like and say fantastic always. Such a fun Cypher. Alright. Well, that's gonna be it for this video. Looks like I got some other things I need to do, but I hope you all take care, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out.